Hello friends, this is Harshal Kumawat and first of all happy रक्षाबंधन टू ऑल. मुलांना तुम्ही बघतच आहात की मी माझ्या चॅनलवरती बरेचसे व्हिडिओज अपलोड केलेले आहेत इंटरव्ह्यूज रिलेटेड. व्हॉट आर द डूज अँड डोंट्स फॉर द इंटरव्ह्यूज. काय करायला हवं आणि काय नाही करायला हवं, बरोबर. त्याच्यानंतर मी काल कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स अँड बिहेवियरल स्किल्सचा व्हिडिओ अपलोड केलेला आहे, बरोबर. तर मुलांना आज जे माझे मित्र आहेत म्हणजे शिरीष पाटील, त्यांनी तुमच्यासाठी एक व्हिडिओ आणलेला आहे की जे कम्प्युटर ब्रांचसाठी आणि इन्फॉर्मेशन टेक्नॉलॉजी ब्रांचसाठी खूपच महत्त्वाचं ठरणार आहेत. आणि ते एक वेल रेप्युटेड पुण्याच्या IT सेक्टरमध्ये कामाला आहेत. तर त्यांनी तुम्हाला जे मोस्टली रिपीटेड क्वेश्चन्स असतात जे कम्प्युटर आणि IT सेक्टर्सला इंटरव्ह्यूज दरम्यान विचारले जातात ते त्यांनी तुमच्यासोबत डिस्कस केलेले आहे. म्हणजे मेजॉरिटीली त्यांनी एक निवडून प्रश्न आणलेले आहेत, तर ते तुमच्यासोबत शेअर करतील. ठीक आहे, तर तुम्ही बघा, हा व्हिडिओ तुमच्यासाठी नक्कीच महत्त्वाचा ठरणार आहे. ओके, ऑल द बेस्ट.
Hello guys, what's up? I'm Shirish Patil. I'm a software developer. So the thing is, I'm not a YouTube guy. So during this lockdown, I decided myself why not to make a video that can help learner students. So here are my 10 questions. You can see them. So trust me guys, these 10 questions really help you out. No matter whether you are an experienced guy, whether you are a fresher, you are a learner, no matter. So thing is, this 10 question will really help you out for sure. So the first one is like, why students find programming language very difficult at initial level. Trust me guys, I would say frankly speaking, like when you're learning something, you cannot learn things at one go. Slowly you learn things, you understand them, and you can implement them. Same applies in programming too. Based on programming language अगर मैं बात करूँ तो most of students learn programming with C language. Now C language has concepts जैसे कि ये pointers है, function है, array, the same use in data structure too. So what happened, being a learner, you found these topics very hard and I completely agree कि यार ये चीज़ें बहुत ही hard होती है. But thing guys कि अगर आप एक programming language सीखते हो उसको ठीक से, उसको अगर time देते हो, so when you're learning some other language जैसे कि अगर C के बाद अगर C++ आप सीखते हो, so it becomes very simple for sure. I'm damn sure. And उसके बाद अगर मैं जावा की बात करूँ तो it becomes more simple. Some additional topics are going to be added. You need to focus on that instead of focusing on rest of parts because वो जो चीज़ें हैं वो आपने cover कर ली है already in C language. So अगर आप C language ठीक से करते हो तो C++ becomes simple for you, which is all C++ is all related to object oriented. Then Java है some additional feature than C++. फिर आता है framework Spring आता है, Hibernate आता है. So these things becomes easy for you in a row. So we will go with second question, that which language to be worked with initial phase. So I would suggest, like being a learner, everyone learns C programming at initial level, no doubt in that. You can also learn Python, that doesn't require your previous knowledge or you cannot find very difficult at initial level. So you can learn Python too. Apart from this, I can also suggest you learn some front-end technologies जैसे कि है HTML है, CSS, Bootstrap, then there is JavaScript, then Angular framework. You can learn these things step by steps too. Learning directly Java. Although you can directly learn Java, no doubt in that. Being a learner, you can learn Java too. But the thing is, you find it very difficult at initial level because of libraries and all things. So instead of going directly or jumping on Java, I would suggest you to learn C language. And then if you need object oriented some background, you should learn C++. Then Java, it's a good way. Okay, initial level logic building. So what happened guys कि when you are learning something, अगर आप कुछ नया सीख रहे हो, learning new technology or new programming language like C language, you always focus on boiler code. Now what are the boiler codes? You can see this is a boiler code, printf, scanf, get ch, clear screen. Now these things are repeated again and again in each program, like whether it is a sum, whether it is a multiplication, everything, these things are always going to be used. So you are focusing on these things rather than focusing on main logic. So this is nothing but an addition logic, a simple C equal to A plus B, where A and B are the variables and integer variables. You can see that. So that's what I'm saying, keep being a learner, you should always learn with logic. You should know what is the logic and what is a boiler code. So let's go with the third one, how to learn by implement docs. So guys, what happens, being a learner, most of students directly jump on documentations, which is completely good. I'm not saying learning from documentation is the wrong way, not at all. Actually it is completely right. But what happens, becoming a learner, you find things very hard. So what happened? How to overcome this? How to figure it out? It's very simple. Like initially, when you're learning something, na, just go with very basic tutorial. I would suggest you go with W3 School. Reason why? At least you will understand something rather than nothing. And after reading things, hardly a one day you will need in W3 School. You will understand topic very basic at very basic level, not like very deeply everything. No, just only understand what is this, like why this, some reasons. And once you have figured it out these things easy, it becomes easy for you to jump on documentation. So I will always suggest you to go through a basic tutorial like W3 Schools. W3 Schools, it has a lot of courses जैसे कि है React है, then HTML, some front end is there, some back end as well there, some database connectivity too. So thing is, directly going through documentation, I don't think that's a good idea. However, that is important. You should always go with documentation, go with reference book, but I personally suggest go with some basic tutorial first, understand topic as good as possible, and then come to documentations. So for W3 School, as I suggested, for C and C++, I think Geeks for Geeks is there. So I'm not saying completely depend on it. No, just get the basic and then jumping to whatever you like, to some video, some online courses or reference book, documentation, anything. So this is what I personally think. So what is front end and back end? So guys, let's understand what is the front end technologies, what is back end technologies. In front end technologies, we have HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. If I want to show an example, you can see this page. However, this alignment has done with HTML and the decoration part has done by CSS and Bootstrap. Apart from this, we have JavaScript to interacting with this page, like this button. If I click, there is something happen in background and next page going to be open. So JavaScript also has their framework, like Angular is there. If I want to say some libraries like React is there. So this is what the front end things. Now what is a back end? Back end is a server side development. In back end we have Spring, we have Node.js, we have ASP.NET, we have PHP, things are like that. So in database we have MongoDB, we have Oracle, we have SQL too. So these things are used in front end, back end database things. Well, apart from this, most of IT guys do not like front end technologies. One of the reasons why not to liking a front end technology is because a lot of selectors are going to be used, a lot of properties needs to be set, like margin property, padding property. I can show you an example, like this is what a div element where I'm going to set property. So this becomes complicated to be set, to be worked with. However, to overcome these front end technologies, as a predefined library called Bootstrap, they give us a very good way to overcome this. Like you just don't need to write a lot of property like this, don't need to write properties. Instead of that, you just need to add only a class name and your button will look like this. So this is completely a good way. Not only button, you can also work with navigation bar. This all things are given, like you can see this is what a navigation bar. So you do not need to write CSS for this. Instead of that, use a class name and your navbar completely look like this. So it's really cool, isn't it? As per my opinion, you should hands-on experience on front end and back end as well, because what happens if you know front end, if you know back end, things become very easy for you and chances to getting hired in IT companies too much. So I hope you got the point. Anyways, let's go with the third or fifth one. Stuck with one language or learn new technologies. Guys, this is very 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 important question. बहुत से जो एक्सपीरियंस लोग हैं वो ये सोचते हैं कि यार एक ही लैंग्वेज को करते हैं या फिर एक ही टेक्नोलॉजी को करते हैं, उसको परफेक्ट करते हैं, उसमें ही करियर करते हैं. अगेन गाइज, दिस इज कम्प्लीटली डिपेंड्स ऑन यू. व्हाट आई पर्सनली थिंक इज यू शुड बी अ गुड लर्नर, यू शुड लर्न मल्टीपल थिंग्स. जस्ट एन एग्जाम्पल, अगर आपको जावा पसंद है, आप सोच रहे हो कि यार जावा में ही करियर करना है, ओके. सो थिंग इज यू गॉट जॉब, यू आर वर्किंग नाउ. सो if suppose I am a team lead, I have a 2 person, one is you and one is the other person who knows rest of thing as well. मतलब भले ही उसे जावा आपके जैसा नहीं पता है, he is not that good like you, but however he knows rest of things like front end, he knows back end, he knows database too. कल जाके अगर नया रिक्वायरमेंट आता है, एक नया क्लाइंट आता है, ही हैज़ ये थिंग्स कि एक कुछ प्रोजेक्ट बनाना है जो कि फ्रंट एंड में बनाना है. सो नाउ थिंग इज द चांसेस ऑफ दैट पर्सन टू बी इन दिस प्रोजेक्ट इज मोर देन यू. द रीज़न बिकॉज ही नोज more than you. He knows front end, he knows back end things. Instead of that, you just only know Java. So being a team leader, I always choose that person first. Okay, so those who want to work as in DBA or work in database field, instead of learning MongoDB, Oracle, SQL, try to learn one backend technology as well, like Node.js is there, or some framework like Spring Boot. So this can help you out, and this is what a plus point for you. Let's go with the next one, that is IDE learning and debugging. Guys, trust me, this is really very important for freshers. Why? Up to now you might be using normal editors like Notepad, Notepad++, such kind of things for writing your code. But this is not an efficient way to write code, because we have, or most of IT companies supports IDE concept. Now what is IDE? IDE is integrated development environment. It giving you a facility to write your code with less effort. Like for an example, boilerplate. I do not want to write boilerplate again and again. So instead of that, my IDE can help me out and can write for me. Just an example, this is what a Visual Studio, and this is what try.html. Now I know before IDE, if I'm using a normal editor, I could write my code like this, like HTML. Okay, and then there is a head. Is a head, then body. I know that in every program I have to write like these elements, but how to figure it out, how to avoid this? So IDE giving me a boilerplate, just like you can see, this is what HTML5 boilerplate content. Once I click this, I can see whole things there. I do not need to write unnecessary things. It means whatever is important for me, I have to write only there, like H1 and then hello man. So using of this, this can be shown me on web page, and things become very easy for me. Instead of writing a lot of things, I could only write what is important for me. Same what IDE can also do. Now let's type a simple JavaScript program that takes a strings and return us capitalized string using a predefined function. If suppose I'm using a normal editor, I could write such code like this. Okay, now thing is, I'm using normal editor, so I have to go to Google and ask that which method should I use to making a string capitalize. So this is what JavaScript uppercase. You can see that this is the documentation of JavaScript where the method name is to uppercase. This is a method name. So if I'm using a normal editor, I have to go through with this process. But right now I'm working with an IDE, so I do not need to worry or going with documentation or read it out documentation. So after this, using of IDE, I just need to click on dot. I get the bunch of methods or properties, I would say. Using this, I can easily work. I do not need to go documentation and to read through it. Let's print this on console. Now it's run, yeah, run without debugging. Okay, let's see output. It takes time. Yeah, you can see that. So next one is debugging. Now guys, understand what is debugging or debugger. Debugger plays a very important role in IT. The main purpose of debugger to understanding the flow of the project, to understanding what is happening in the background, to understanding if something happened wrong, how to figure it out, how to solve it. This all things can done using debugger. For now, you might be using 4 or 3 files in a project, so you may not find debugger as a good option. But trust me, when you're working in IT company, you will find debugger as the best option. 80% of bugs are solved using debugger only. When you join an IT company, you will assign a project or some modules in which you have to work with. It means that you cannot ask to your senior person to please help me out and all. No, you cannot ask that. So for this, debugger plays very important role to understand the flow of the project. That's it. So the next one is memorization is good. Guys, let me tell you, if you are a fresher, if you are a learner, I know at initial level programming is not that easy. But however, it doesn't mean that you memorizing program, you memorizing the method name. Actually, it is not even a good way. I've seen most of students or learners who learn Java's method, like Java's length method. Some people try to memorizing to uppercase and all those things. I mean, why? Why you guys are learning methods? Actually, it is not a good way. Now you may say that, then how could I get this? How could I write? So guys, let me tell you, we have documentations, we have ID. Two things we have. Like if I want to show you an example, like you can see this is an IDE, this is what name. If I said name dot, I get list of methods, properties. Why should I memorizing the name of method? If I'm getting all those things, why to memorizing? If you're using normal editors, if you want to work with functions, like you can see that this is nothing but a JavaScript documentation. There are n number of methods which are already used. You can see that this is a string normalize. Every method is there. Why to memorizing a single method? If I want to take a Java example, let's see Java documentations. Yeah, you can see that this is what the documentation of Java. You can see docsoracle.com, and this is what the list of methods. So learning a single method will be not a good way of programming. Let me tell you guys, please don't memorizing a single method. I know we always have a mindset कि यार इतने सारे methods मैं कैसे याद कर लूँ, इतने सारे मैं चीज़ें कैसे याद कर लूँ. Guys, ये कुछ याद करने जैसा है ही नहीं. अगर आप सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर के प्रोफाइल में आप काम करते हो इन फ्यूचर, you will get an IDE. So IDE can work for you. Like once you say this, it is already giving you a method, and why to memorizing the thing? This is the opposite way. I completely say learning a single method is not a good way of programming. It is not even good way of programming. That's it. I know still you have a doubt कि यार अभी का ठीक है या फिर फ्यूचर का ठीक है, मैं IDE या फिर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन से काम कर लूँगा. बट थिंग इज़ व्हाट अबाउट एग्ज़ाम और इंटरव्यू. गाइस, लेट मी टेल यू, अगर आप एग्ज़ाम में बैठे हो तो आई डोंट थिंक कि आपको कोई प्रीडिफाइंड मेथड लिखने के लिए कहेगा. और अगर सिनारियो कुछ ऐसा भी है कि यार कुछ अपर केस का कुछ लिख के दो, तो ट्राई टू राइट योर ओन यूज़र डिफाइंड फंक्शन, बट डू नॉट blunderly depends on you library function or memorizing it, not at all. Okay, so अभी इंटरव्यू की बात करूँ तो आई डो नॉट थिंक कि कोई भी आपको मेथड का नाम पूछेगा. दे ऑलवेज जज यू ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ योर लॉजिक. दे विल आस्क यू सम लॉजिक क्वेश्चन. ये सब कुछ होने वाले हैं. सो द नेक्स्ट राउंड इज प्रिपेयर फॉर इंटरव्यू. गाइस, लेट मी टेल यू, नॉट ऑल कंपनी फॉलो द सेम इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट एंड प्रोफाइल. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थिंग इज़ कि अगर कोई एक्सपीरियंस बंदा है उसका अलग सा प्रोसेस होने वाला है, कोई अलग है, या फिर कोई फ्रेशर है उसका अलग सा प्रोसेस होने वाला है. तो इन माय केस मेरे कंपनी में 4 राउंड्स हुए थे. द फर्स्ट राउंड वाज कोडिंग राउंड, द सेकंड राउंड वाज फेस टू फेस पजल टाइप ऑफ राउंड, थर्ड वन वाज एडवांस लेवल, लाइक दे आस्क्ड मी अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस रिलेटेड टू जावा, एंड फोर्थ राउंड वाज HR राउंड. सो बेसिकली अगर आप कोई कंपनी के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हो तो यू शुड नो कि कौन से उसमें राउंड्स हैं. सो इन जनरल टर्मिनोलॉजी में बोलूँ तो कॉमन राउंड्स होते हैं, ऐप की राउंड होता है, ग्रुप डिस्कशन होता है, कोडिंग राउंड होता है, देन HR राउंड. दिस आर द कॉमन थिंग्स. तो स्टिल आई हैव अ सजेशन फॉर यू, like so guys, I have a site called Glassdoor. This is really very helpful for fresher, in which you just need to enter the name of company, location, the related information you will get over here. Like you can see this. तो थिंग इज़ कि आपको जो भी रिलेटेड इन्फॉर्मेशन है, राउंड्स कौन से है, क्या क्या राउंड्स है, कैसे क्वेश्चन पूछे गए, ये सब की इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको Glassdoor पर मिल जाएगी. दिस इज़ रियली वन ऑफ गुड साइट, आई मस्ट से. और इसके अलावा अगर मैं बात करूँ कि कॉमन राउंड्स कौन से होते हैं, जैसे कि कॉमन राउंड्स की बात करूँ तो वी नो एप्टीट्यूड इज़ वन ऑफ अ कॉमन थिंग दैट मोस्ट ऑफ कंपनी आस्क फॉर. सो फॉर दिस RS अग्रवाल की है, क्वांटिटी एप्टीट्यूड है, रीजनिंग भी उनकी है. ये बहुत ही अच्छी बुक है. मोस्ट ऑफ students or learners always use this in interview process. Not only learners, fresher, also experienced people use this. Apart from this, I have a site called India Bigs. One of very good site. बहुत ही अच्छी साइट है जो आपको जनरल एप्टीट्यूड के क्वेश्चंस भी देती है, रीजनिंग के क्वेश्चंस भी देती है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, ऑफ कोर्स It also gives you C programming tests, a lot of tests is there. इंटरव्यू आपको HR इंटरव्यू वगैरह पे मिल जाएगा, पजल्स की भी थोड़ी बहुत हो जाएगा, हैंड्स ऑन पजल्स भी हो जाएगा. और प्रोग्रामिंग की बात करूँ तो ऑफ कोर्स ये भी है. तो दिस इज़ वन ऑफ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट आई वुड से साइट everyone should go for. एंड आफ्टर दैट अगर मैं बात करूँ तो कोडिंग राउंड्स के लिए हमें क्वेश्चन चाहिए प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए कि यार कोडिंग राउंड में कौन से अलग अलग क्वेश्चन आएंगे. फॉर दिस W3 रिसोर्स इज़ वन ऑफ अ गुड प्लेटफॉर्म. ये बहुत ही अच्छी साइट है, वन ऑफ माई फेवरेट फॉर शो. तो इसके थ्रू भी मैंने बहुत सा प्रैक्टिस भी किया था. बहुत अच्छी साइट है ये. सो आई पर्सनली वॉन्ट यू गाइज टू प्लीज़ फॉलो दिस, गो थ्रू दिस वंस. एंड आफ्टर दिस फॉर लर्निंग अ कंसेप्ट, अब तक आप लोगों ने कुछ इंटरव्यू के लिए फेस टू फेस राउंड के लिए आपने रेफरेंस बुक पढ़ी होगी. ऑफ कोर्स इट इज़ गुड वे, बट इन सम सिनेरियो आई वुड से कि अगर आपके इंटरव्यू के लिए सिर्फ 2 या 3 दिन बाकी है, आपको फिर से देखना है, आप फिर से वो रेफरेंस बुक मत करो. ये दिस इज़ वॉट अ साइट विच इज़ वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर गिग्स. बहुत ही अच्छी साइट है. इसमें आपको n नंबर ऑफ कोर्सेज मिल जाएंगे, आप जिसको फॉलो करो. बहुत ही हेल्पफुल साइट है ये. अहमद से लाइव कोर्सेज, ऑफलाइन कोर्सेज, बहुत ही अच्छी साइट है ये. देयर आर सो मेनी कोर्सेज दिस साइट. जस्ट फॉलो दिस गाइस. And after that we have W3 schools. W3 schools is very good for front end technologies like HTML है, CSS है, JavaScript है, programming है, server side है, Node है, ASP है. So this is like very important side. And I hope मैंने जितने भी रिसोर्स दिए वो बहुत ही काम के. प्लीज़ आप उन सब चीज़ों को फॉलो करो, उन सब चीज़ों से कुछ ना कुछ सीखो. एंड आई एम डैम श्योर अगर आप ये सब कुछ चीज़ों फॉलो करते हो, इंटरव्यू बिकम्स वेरी सिंपल फॉर यू, वेरी सिंपल यू टू क्रैक दैट इंटरव्यू. That's all. After that we have a placement and internship. So basically what is a placement? Placement is nothing but a contract between a college and an IT companies, a class and IT companies. So it is not like officially a contract, it is like कि IT के जो लोग हैं, मतलब IT कंपनी को एम्प्लॉयज़ की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, फिर इंटर्न्स की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, तो दे कॉन्टैक्ट विद कॉलेजेस. और हाउएवर वी कैन से कि कॉलेज भी कॉन्टैक्ट करता है कंपनी से कि हमारे यहाँ पे आओ, ऑर्गेनाइज़ करो. सो थिंग इज़ कि कंपनी जाती है कॉलेज में, दे कंडक्ट इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस, डिपेंड्स ऑन द क्राइटेरिया और डिपेंड्स ऑन द राउंड्स, नंबर ऑफ राउंड्स. तो अगर वो सब राउंड्स अगर आप क्लियर करते हो, जस्ट लाइक एप्टी राउंड है, ग्रुप डिस्कशन है, सम कोडिंग राउंड इज़ देयर, HR राउंड इज़ देयर, इफ़ यू क्रैक दैट ऑल 4 राउंड्स, then they will offer you an internship, or I would say an internship, or directly a job based on their requirements. Some companies directly offer you a job, some companies will offer you an internship. So guys, what is an internship? Internship is nothing but a provision period of 6 or 3 months, depends on company. And second thing, it is nothing but a learning phase for a freshers to understand what actually the IT field is. And also on the same era, I would say, company also started to judging you on the basis of your performance. If they like your work, they will continue with you. I mean, they give you offer letter, they will make you as an employee rather than intern. So this is all about internship. So guys, the next one is reality about IT companies. Like most of learners or fresher think कि IT is very simple. You will get easily a job. You do not need to work hard. You will get good package. Actually, this is completely wrong. This is a myth. All I say that it all depends on your skill, depends on your knowledge, depends on your performance. If you perform well, you will get obviously good package. But of course, it depends on your company too. So that is. तो अगर प्रोजेक्ट वर्क की बात करूँ तो देर इज़ अ मिथ, लाइक बहुत से जो लर्नर्स है, स्टूडेंट्स है, वही सोचते हैं कि अगर आप IT कंपनी में जाते हो तो आपको पूरा प्रोजेक्ट का वर्क आना चाहिए, आपको समझना चाहिए कि क्या हो रहा है. यू शुड नो ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. लेट मी टेल यू गाइज, दिस इज़ नथिंग बट अ मिथ. एक प्रोजेक्ट में बहुत से लोग काम करते हैं. इट कैन बी 20, 30, डिपेंड्स ऑन योर कंपनी, डिपेंड्स ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट रिक्वायरमेंट. तो आप ये नहीं बोल सकते हो कि आपको पूरे चीज़ें आनी ही चाहिए. इट कैन नॉट नेवर बी पॉसिबल. सो थिंग इज़ कि उस सिनारी में होता क्या है कि आपको एक मॉडल दिया जाता है. यू हैव टू जस्ट फोकस ऑन ओनली दैट मॉडल और ओनली दैट फाइल. आपको बस उस चीज़ों में फोकस करके आपको डेवलप करना पड़ता है. सो यू डू नॉट नीड टू नो एवरीथिंग अबाउट दैट प्रोजेक्ट. एक्चुअली दैट इज़ रॉन्ग. सो ऐसा नहीं कि आपको पूरा प्रोजेक्ट की पता चाहिए या फिर उसका आर्किटेक्चर पता चाहिए, वो कैसा वर्क करता है, क्या चीज़ें बैकग्राउंड में हो रहा है. नो, नथिंग. यू जस्ट नीड टू नो ओनली दैट मॉडल विच इज़ असाइन टू यू. यू जस्ट नो कि उस चीज़ों में काम कैसे करते हैं. आई होप गाइस आपको ये वीडियो ज़रूर पसंद आया होगा. एटलीस्ट अगर आपको 1% भी समझा है, इट मीन्स अलॉट टू मी. Please guys, only one thing I would say, please share as long as possible. Please like this video if you like it. Please comment. I wouldn't say please subscribe to my channel because no, I'm not a YouTube guy. So all I can say, share as long as possible. Please like and comment. That's it. Thank you guys. Bye bye.